This is Fox 9 News at 11.
Now at 11, it's shaping up to be a wild day with high heat and storms in the forecast. Jurek will have the latest on what we can expect in our first weather. Also, there are major concerns about air pollution in one metro community, centered on an area around a recycling plant. Why a meeting last night may have just made people even more frustrated. And a man who pleaded guilty to murders that stunned the country is in court right now awaiting his sentence. Fox 9 News at 11 starts now. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us on Fox 9 and Fox Local. I'm Abby Jurek, and today we have an update on a high-profile deadly shooting in Minneapolis. A teenage suspect has been arrested in the killing of an 11-year-old boy at Falwell Park. Amir Atkins was killed when gunfire erupted in the park back on June 23rd. Minneapolis police say a 16-year-old boy was arrested in Apple Valley Tuesday morning. He has been booked into the Hennepin County Juvenile Detention Center. We are learning new details about a domestic abuse arrest that led to 2 officers being injured in Minneapolis. This happened yesterday at an apartment on 21st Avenue South. Investigators say when officers arrived, they saw a man and a woman physically struggling over one of their children. The man then barricaded himself in his apartment using a pit bull as a shield. As officers moved in to control the dog and arrest the man, who was armed with 2 knives, one officer suffered a cut to the head, the other was injured on the hand, and the attacker reportedly stabbed himself in the chest, then was taken to a hospital along with the other 2 officers. The charges in this case are still pending. Another domestic violence case in Minneapolis is being treated as a murder-suicide. It happened at an apartment on East 59th Street. Police responded to a shooting where they found a brother and sister dead and their mother injured. It is believed the man shot the 2 women and then turned the gun on himself. The mother is expected to survive. There is growing pushback over the recent promotion for a Minneapolis police sergeant. You may recall Sergeant Mark Hanneman shot and killed Amir Locke while executing a no-knock search warrant in 2022. The Hennepin County Attorney and the Attorney General determined there was not enough evidence to charge Hanneman. Now, 3 years later, he has been tasked with leading the Minneapolis Police Department's use of force training. Advocates and Locke's loved ones are now demanding his removal.
Here we go again. Me here having to humanize my son, to tell you that he was a human being, to express to you that he had a heart that was beating.
The groups are also demanding a full review of all MPD use of force trainers. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara shared a statement that reads in part, Sergeant Hanneman's work on the current use of force training will be completed in August. That work has been reviewed and approved by the city's independent evaluator. Also in Minneapolis, changes may be coming to police oversight and accountability, including having eligible people help in the review process when Minneapolis police officers face allegations of misconduct. Community members weighed in on this idea at a city council meeting Tuesday.
I want the staffing we have for police. I want the police we have now, but I want them to be held accountable.
Consistent discipline is important not just for punishment, but more so for establishing a deterrent and changing culture.
A vote on the amendments to the ordinance was delayed until August 5th. In national headlines, the man who pleaded guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students will find out today how long he will be locked up in prison. A sentencing hearing for Brian Koberger is now underway. During a plea hearing earlier this month, Koberger did not give a motive for the brutal stabbing deaths. In exchange for his plea, Koberger avoids the death penalty. He is expected to receive the maximum punishment for 4 consecutive life prison sentences, with no possibility of parole, plus another 10 years. Today in Istanbul, Turkey, Ukraine and Russia talk a potential ceasefire after recent days of violence. Fox's Greg Packold has more from London.
Ukrainian and Russian officials coming face to face for a third round of peace talks in Istanbul. The focus of Wednesday's discussions was expected to be on humanitarian issues. This week, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky challenged Russia to speed up negotiations after Moscow intensified its strikes.
There's still much more to come on the Fox 9 Morning News on this day of the hump, Wednesday Hump Day. Back to school shopping for supplies is underway. So are parents feeling stressed about costs? The answer might surprise you. And we are talking football, when the Vikings are practicing and when you can watch in person at training camp. Plus, Jared is back with a look at the rest of today, storm activity, and a glimpse into our weekend weather. That's next up. We'll be right back.